Okay, hi. This is Gary Kopachinski for eNews Park Forest. I'm speaking with Ms. Virgie Bullie, who is a virtual consultant of, she's going to tell you about her business. She is a Park Forest business owner and runs her business from her home. In this series, we're talking to people who are home-based businesses. So, Ms. Bullie, why don't you tell us all about your business?
Thank you so much, Gary, for this opportunity. I appreciate it. I am Virgie Bullie of Virtually For You. I am a virtual assistant. In that business, I do consultant work for small businesses. I help small businesses and families understand the tax code and helping them create home businesses of their own. I teach people how to utilize and maximize the tax code system and save money. Teach them how to save money, spend less money, get more money, and get their money back from the IRS. That's what I do. I also do consulting work for a nonprofit as well as a marketing company. And I've been in Park Forest about 5 years. But I'm a native of Illinois, and went away to school, came back. But the south suburbs is where my heart is.
So you have a forest and a half of tax codes to navigate.
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that?
Well, as a financial literacy consultant, I don't have to know everything. I know what I need to know, and I utilize Sandy Botkin, his TaxBot University. He is a former IRS agent. I also work very closely with Dr. Lynn Richardson, who is a financial guru, she is from Illinois as well. She lives now in California, but through her program, New Wealth University, we teach people how to maximize and utilize the tax system to their benefit. A lot of people are leaving, it's 93% of small businesses are paying way too much on their taxes. And so we teach them how to maximize the tax code without having to know everything. But we teach them how to set their businesses up properly to make sure that they are as they're listed as the right type of business entity to utilize the code system, the tax codes.
So you work with small business owners.
Yeah.
Do you also work with homeowners? I'm thinking property taxes are a huge issue always in Park Forest.
Not so much that, but like for instance, I'll give you an example. So I have a couple who has 3 kids and a dog. And so they are tired of being in debt. So one way that you do that is that we all have to live below our means. If you add up everything, 1 + 1 is 2. Math is an exact science. But if your 1 + 1 = 10, it'll never get to 2. So I teach them how to schedule their money right. And I say schedule your money because people hate to hear the word budget, right? So we talk about how to schedule your money. Second is getting more money. And we need to have a second, third, fourth. If COVID didn't teach us anything else other than trying to be safe, it taught us that one income is hazardous to your wealth. Because as soon as, unfortunately, this all happened and jobs shut down, 41 million people filed for unemployment, and there's still 21 million people out of work still on unemployment roll. So you have to have more than one income. So we talk about that, and then we talk about getting your money back through and getting more money through finding out what your passion is, finding out what you like to do, finding out what you're good at and what skills you have. A lot of people that are out of work are now discovering that they have a skill set that they were using at a W-2 job, but perhaps they can utilize those skills with their own business doing what everybody can be a consultant at something. I mean, we all have skill sets at one thing or another. So we're teaching them how to convert those skills into a home-based business into utilizing those tax codes. So those 3 kids that we love so much, one tax code that many people do not utilize is that you can hire your kids, and the government says you can pay them up to $12,400 per kid, and that is tax deductible to you. So you're paying for lessons of, name it, music lessons, piano. They're going to football practice, track practice. They're doing all these cheerleading things. All of that, you pay them a salary. They have to fill out an application. You give them a job description. They do the job, and you pay them. You literally take the money from one place and put it in their account. And then when it's time to pay for football lessons or football practice or cheerleading, you get their credit card and you let them pay for it. And that's how that works.
That's fascinating. And well, there is a morass of complicated, as our former mayor Ostenberg used to say, there's the mistake that people make is thinking that there was actually some thought that went into the tax code, as opposed to a hodgepodge slap it together through the years. And so you're going to help people, you assist people in navigating the waters and coming out closer to on top.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I mean, there are rules, right? So we learn the rules, then we play the game by the rules. Jeff Bezos didn't pay any taxes. He got a number in the billions back. Mitt Romney's not paying taxes on his millions and millions of dollars. And, you know, the current president isn't paying that much in taxes either. So there is a way to do it. Unfortunately, not all of us are utilizing a few of the tax codes, let alone the multitude of tax codes. So there are 2 tax systems in America. There's those that for W-2 workers, and there's about 8 or 9. You just got to look at that Schedule A, right? And then you have the Schedule C, which has a few on there, but then there's others. And so you have to just know what you just have to, we teach people how to track their money, keep their receipts. And on a receipt, you have to tell who, what, when, why, where, and how. And you have to write that out. We also have a mileage tracker that we use, that we put in our cars, that every time you get in your car, it just turns on and knows where you're going, knows where you are, knows where you're going. It's called TaxBot. And we utilize that, and we could just, after you get done with your trip, you just tell it, was it a business expense, or was it a business trip or not, or a personal trip? And that's done. And you just wait till the end of the quarter or the end of the year to reconcile. I would suggest not doing it at the end of the year, but you reconcile everything timely. And so you hit a button at the end of the year, you get a nice report. They'll send you all of your receipts, because you also can put your receipts in this. You take a picture of your receipt and it tracks that for you and holds on to it.
That sounds very attractive, especially whenever we're I think that my accountant could relate. I don't think I've done this in a long time, but people showing up with a box of receipts.
Yes.
And
yes, I just changed accountants, and so I asked, what do you prefer? Because I have my own way of tracking things, but it's my world. It's the world my brain lives in. So I said, well, what do you prefer? Send me what you have, and maybe we can meet somewhere in the middle. Based on what I have, I can tailor it to look like what you want. So neither one of us have to have a lot of stress in this process.
So how can people reach you?
Sure. So my phone number is 708-808-0724. My website is virtually, the number 4, YOU, virtually for you.
Very
And right
good.
there, my phone number is there, and you may just reach out to me. My email is Virgie, which is my first name, VIRGIE, at virtuallyforyou.com.
Excellent. We'll have all of these in our story, and we will link directly to your website. Is there any other advice or anything else you want to tell people?
Sure. This is the time now to start preparing for your taxes for 2021. Yes, it's the end of 2020, but there's only a few weeks there for you to just get ready and start learning and getting a financial education on what you could do for next year, for 2021, to help lessen that tax burden. No more the donations to the IRS.
Yeah.
No more zero free loans to the IRS. If you can calculate in your head how much your tax deduction will be for 2021, then you're not writing off enough taxes, enough
Cool.
items for your taxes.
Cool. Well, thank you very much.
Oh,
We
you're welcome.
wish you well, continued success.
Thank you for so much for this opportunity. I appreciate it.
And we look forward to meeting you in real life soon.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Have a good day.